So it's not so much that you conquer the pain, it's that you achieve the mindset where you don't care that you're in pain. Hi there, my name is Toby, and on this video I want to talk about mastering pain. And this is a talk I've been thinking about for a long time, working up to doing. And I think now is a good time that I'm doing it because I've just recently been through a lot of physical pain. And the last few videos I was doing was in the middle of that pain. I've had some issues with my teeth, and it's been going on a while now. I had a cracked tooth for maybe 10 years. I managed to last 10 years with a crack through my tooth without having done anything to it. You know, just my own way of managing it. I don't like to have anything pulled out if I don't have to. But finally got to the point where I had to have that tooth removed, and I made a video at that time, so it's a few months back. So now they found another tooth that needs a root canal. So I'm halfway through a root canal on this one tooth. So pretty much 2 weeks or so I've been in nearly continuous pain. I can't lie down. It's that sort of pain, if you lie down it gets worse. So I can only sleep sitting up or standing up. So I've been sleeping in a chair, which I don't usually do. I like to lie on the floor. I sleep on the floor. So, but I can do it. I can sleep in all different positions. That's also part of my training, which I'll talk about in some time. So for the last couple of weeks I've been sleeping on a chair because I can't lie down. And the pain keeps you awake at night. So I wake up, go to sleep, wake up, using clove oil, loads and loads of clove oil to help the pain. And also take painkillers, but they don't always help. The pain is bad. I mean, it's excruciating pain, tooth pain. But I'm used to pain. If there's anyone qualified to talk about pain, it's me. I've had so much difficult pain in my life. Physical pain, emotional pain, and spiritual pain. You see, there are 3 types of pain. Those are the 3 types. But what is pain? What is it? Pain, of course, is an experience of your soul. Your soul is experiencing that pain. It might be physical pain in your body, but your soul is experiencing that pain. Emotional pain, of course, that is directly in your soul. That's emotional. That's already feelings. And that pain is directly in your soul, directly affects your soul. And then you've got spiritual pain. The spiritual pain is more like confusion. You're just so confused. It's really hard work. There's no clarity. And that is a sort of pain as well. Your soul is in pain from that confusion. People are telling you stuff. You've believed things that people have told you that were lies. They're not correct. And that's got taken you down a path of confusion, and it doesn't sit with your soul. So there's a disconnect between the information in your head, in your spirit, and the soul, your emotions, and even your body. It's all disconnected. So that I would call spiritual pain. And we've got to fix all these three. But the good news is, if you're suffering from physical pain, it does not mean you have to have emotional pain or spiritual pain. At least you can narrow it down. You've got to think about it. Why are you feeling the pain in your body? Why? The pain is there to draw your attention. It is waking you up. And that's quite literally the pain I've been suffering now. I can't sleep. It wakes you up. Your soul, your spirit is forced to be here. I've got pain in my tooth. My attention is forced to go here. It is directed to this place where the healing needs to happen. And it does that for a reason, because your soul is drawn there, your attention is drawn there, so the energy is drawn there, the chi is drawn there. And of course it's electrical. What is pain? Pain is in the nerves. The nerves feel pain and they are electrical. So a lot of electricity is going to that place where there's pain. And that is going there to heal it. It is there to heal the situation, the problem. So it's not a bad thing. That's the first thing to understand. Pain is not a bad thing. But that's one of the things I've learnt. I have a different attitude to pain, to sickness, to injury, accidents. I don't see these things as bad necessarily. I see them as a chance, an opportunity, a test. These are a training, because I'm training body efficiency. I'm training self-mastery. I take it very seriously. I'm training my soul. So when I've got pain, that is a test. That's a real reason to train something. All right, something's going on here. How can I master my soul-body interaction to deal with this and make this thing, fix this thing quickly? So you've got to face up to the pain. That's tough. That's tough. But if you can do that, you're growing up. And you will be stronger for it. Your soul will be stronger for it. You see, there's another great saying that somebody said. I wish I remember who said it. So it's not mine, but I heard it and I love it and I try to remember that. And the saying goes like this: do not wish for an easier life. Wish to be stronger. You see, instead of trying to live a stress-free life, you can't have a stress-free life. You know, if you're very rich, yeah, maybe you can. You've got all servants looking after you. You don't have to do anything. You've got a stress-free life. But even then, you're still going to get some stress. Things will go wrong. You could still have an accident. You're still going to be stressed. So you cannot have a stress-free life. Instead of trying to have a stress-free life, you try to increase your stress level tolerance. You can handle more stress. It's like a soldier, a secret agent, SAS, one of these top soldiers. They're trained to be captured. If they're captured behind enemy lines, they've got such a strong stress level tolerance that you can torture them. They'll torture these guys. Terrible torture. But they won't tell. I'm not saying. They've got such a strong willpower, strong soul. They've been trained in that they will overpower the pain in their body. They are separating out of their soul and body to manage the pain, handle the pain, master the pain. But you still feel it. I still feel the pain. It's still a bugger, but it doesn't affect my soul in the way of disheartening me, making me depressed, miserable. And that will speed up the healing process. And that to me is a win. I have passed the test. If I can live through the pain and not be disheartened, it will not affect what I'm doing in my life. So I've had this pain for 2 weeks, night and day. Again, it goes up and down, it goes in waves. And I notice when you distract yourself, see, I did a lot of videos through that pain, because if I'm talking, thinking about it, the pain goes. That's the other secret. If you distract yourself with things, you distract your mind, give it another focus, that will take the focus away from the pain. It's another way of pain management. So during these last 2 weeks, I've got to keep myself busy. Keep myself busy to manage the pain. And it's the same what I was saying there. It's a way of creating another world where your soul goes into the other world and then it comes away from the physical pain. But if you're dealing with emotional pain, that's difficult. Again, with the soul, we do it. We put that emotional pain to the background. I can't handle it. And the trouble is the emotional pain builds up. And eventually you have to face up to it. So dealing with emotional pain, you have to face it. That's the one to face it. But again, you need to have the wisdom to know, I cannot deal with this emotional pain right now. I've got too much going on. But I must know it's there. It's there. I've got to deal with that when I've got a quiet moment. When you've got a quiet moment, and then when you feel the quiet moment, you've got to take the time and go inside, face up to the pain, the emotional pain, and go through it, digest it, think about it, understand it, talk yourself through it, until you let it go, and you'll feel it. Okay, I've got a resolution now. I can let that pain go, that emotional pain go. And it's the same with spiritual pain. Spiritual pain is a lack of wisdom. You've got confusion. So you have to take the time to research, educate yourself, analyze the ideas you have in your head. You've got some wrong ideas. They're causing confusion. What are these wrong ideas? You have to let go of those ideas. And usually they're ideas you have about yourself. You have some negative ideas about yourself. You think poorly of yourself. You think, oh, I'm useless, I'm terrible, I'm an idiot, I'm a fool. Or you might have guilt. I did terrible things. I can't let go of this guilt. I was so bad. I can't live with myself now. It's confusion. You've got these ideas stuck in your head. So you have to unravel those ideas and let them go. Let go of the guilt. Forgive yourself. Forgive the other person. It doesn't mean you forget. They may have done terrible evil to you, but you have to forgive them for your sake. It's not for their sake, it's for your sake to let go of the pain. You learn from it, but you let it go. Don't let it happen again. If you let it happen again, you haven't learned from it. And that's what we do. We go round and round in cycles because we don't learn. It happens to us over and over and over. But physical pain, let's talk about physical pain, because that's the main thing I want to talk about. And I've been through so much. I've had 4 major surgeries on my belly, so I've lived through the worst pain. It's worse than childbirth, that's what they told me, because I had a rupture in my gut. So it's equivalent to being stabbed. It's like being stabbed, something just split inside you. But I felt it. I knew something was wrong, seriously wrong. And I told my wife, look, you've got to call the ambulance. We've got to take me to hospital. Something's not right. I could feel something is seriously wrong. I don't know what it is. That was my intuition. And lucky I did it, because when I got to hospital, they didn't want to take me to hospital. I said, you've got to take me. Something is really, really wrong. They took me to hospital. And when I got to hospital waiting, it ruptured in hospital. The gut ruptured. And the pain, the pain. But how did I handle it? I shouted, screamed, ah! I don't hold back. I don't care about screaming. That helps to get the energy. It helps you to get the power. Your soul is acknowledging it. When it was so much pain, I was saying, knock me out. At that level of pain, you pass out. I don't pass out, so I've got a very high pain threshold. So I just had to go through this pain. And they rushed to give me the gas. I'm breathing it, oxygen. It sort of helped a bit, but the pain, And my poor wife had to witness all this. The whole hospital was looking at me. But that's when they rushed me into emergency surgery. And that's why I was very, very lucky. Very lucky. Terrible thing happened to me, but I was lucky. And that's the attitude I have to have. And then, of course, in hospital, I went through emotional pain. I thought, I've lost everything. My whole body is ruined. It was split me up from I've lost my Kung Fu. I thought I won't be able to do Kung Fu anymore. So I had to go through all that pain, fix myself that way, fix myself with spiritual pain, rebuild my soul. No, this is a thing. You can do this. And I went through that 4 times, 4 operations. Each one was not as bad as the first one. Before that, I've also had 5 years serious back pain, pretty much continuous back pain for 5 years, trying to fix it. Different osteopaths, different chiropractors. I had it from childhood as well, and didn't fix it. The only way I fixed it myself in the end. I had to. That's one of the reasons to push me to master my spinal alignment. And it still collapses. I feel it now. I collapse a bit, and I lift up. I've got to remember the spinal alignment, but I have to do that work. So that pain I had in my spine forced me to master my spinal alignment. It was a training. And the pain I had in my stomach from the operations forced me again to master my belly. I had to hold my strength in my belly. That is also spinal alignment. I have to have the spinal alignment correct, because I've got no strength in my belly. When I came out of the surgeries, I had to go back to work. I only had about a week. 10 days off, and I had to go back to work. And my work is physical, moving things around. And the only way I can do that without injuring myself is absolute accurate spinal alignment and using the skeleton correctly. So I'm not using my abdominal muscles. So that training, that pain, that suffering taught me another level of mastery over my body. And I think that's key. If we can see pain and suffering as a training, as a test, as an opportunity to learn something. Now, you've been forced into it. You've been forced into that training, but nevertheless, it's training. It's like boot camp. Man, you want to get fit, you want to train yourself, you've got to go to boot camp. Oh, I don't want to go to boot camp. No, you're going to boot camp. Oh, all right, and now you're there. You're in boot camp. When you have an accident, you've got an injury, you've got an illness, right, you're in boot camp now. Now you've got to train. You've got to train. If you can see it like that, you will have a willpower. You will have a focus. And you won't be disheartened, because now you're experimenting on yourself. You're trying to work out how to reduce the pain. How can I heal this faster? What do I have to do? And the pain is electricity. So I got the tooth pain. It's electricity. because the nerves are pumping. It's the nerves. The nerves are electric current passing through the body. When we feel chi in our training, we're also feeling the electricity. You feel it in your body. What are you feeling? You are feeling the nerves, the electricity tingling through your body. It sometimes feels like an air, a wind blowing through. It's electricity passing through the nerves. So when you've got pain, all the electricity is rushed there. It's like so much electricity has gone there, so much chi has gone there to heal it, that the nerves, even the nerves can't handle that much electricity. They're in pain now. Oh, so much electricity gone in the nerves. So that pain is a good thing. It's a sign that massive amount of electricity has gone there. Massive amount of chi has gone there. And the way I dealt with this tooth pain, because like I said, I tried the painkillers. I'm not going to dismiss them. I've got to get on with my life. I take the painkillers knowing what I'm taking. I know there's an element of poison to them. But it's a toss-up. My intuition says, I've got to get on. I'll try it. I don't care. I'll try it. I'm also tough. I train myself. I condition myself. So I can handle a certain amount of poison, toxins in my body. I can handle it. Because I train myself to handle it. And that's one of the keys in this world we live now. This is a very toxic world. Toxic waves, microwaves, toxic everything. The way we deal with it is increase our level of conditioning. I can handle more toxins. I can detox better. That's what I'm saying. Don't wish for an easier life. We're living in a tough world, or I'm going to become tougher. You can't poison me. I take the poison, in my body, I'm going to digest it. Yeah, and then I eliminate it. Can't poison me. That's what I'm talking about. That is still also the sovereign mentality, warrior spirit. I, the soul, control what is happening in my body. Some poison comes in. I don't like this. I'm getting rid of this. And the Tao masters of old, they were said to be like that, impervious to poison. They could cleanse themselves, and they train this. So the electricity coming to my jaw because of the pain, it's unbearable, and it goes in waves. And the painkiller, some don't even work anyway. I've still got the pain. It's a clove oil. I put clove oil all the time. But one of the ways I worked out how to deal with this pain is this. I brought the energy here. I tense up the muscles, jut the jaw. So I'm working the muscles in the neck, the jaw, and the shoulders, the back. So the nerves in the jaw are connected to the nerves in the neck, connected to the shoulder, connected to the body, and I'm activating them all. The whole body, I create a strong activation of energy, electricity. That means more electricity goes to the nerves. But it means it's not just localized here, where it's struggling. I spread it out to the whole body. So now more electricity is getting to the place, but it's not hurting. And it works. I'd do this for a little while and the pain would go away. And then, of course, you forget about it, and then the pain would come back. And I'd do it again. Try to help it. So, in other words, you face up to the pain. I see it head on. And, of course, when I go to the dentist, that's painful. They give you the jabs. She's a very, very good dentist, the most conscientious dentist I've found. But even so, during this root canal, you still drill in there. You still, But I treat it as a test. I lie down there and treat it like a spa treatment. I remember as a child, the dentist was so painful. And I'm testing myself. I'm going through the pain. Yeah, all right, give me the pain. Let's see. And when a pain comes, okay, all right, let me ride this wave. And I might start sweating. The whole body starts sweating. But that, again, is all the electricity. The chi is building up, and it's using that to help harness the pain. The same in my body after the surgeries. I was told when I had my first surgery, split from here to here, lying in bed, so painful all the time. I can't move. They're giving me morphine. Of course, with morphine, just press the button, they get morphine. But again, I'm a shaman, so to me, these altered states, I'm used to these sort of things. It didn't mean much to me. So morphine was not a big deal for my mind. To me, it just put me into a chi state. I'm in a shamanic state. But the point being is, you still have the pain. And I had to stand up. It was on the second day, they said, you've got to stand up now. I can't move. And the nurse told me, again, a wonderful nurse, a lovely, lovely guy. And he told me, his name was Chima, a Nigerian guy, lovely guy, so encouraging. He said, look, you've got to stand up, because the sooner you stand up, the better. If you lie there too long, you start healing in that position, and it gets harder to move. So when I understood it, okay, I see what you're saying. You've got to move now before it's fully set. Make sure I've got the, position everything a bit better. So then I realised, all right, I've got to do it. So I've got to face up to the pain. But it's not only physical pain, excruciating physical pain, it was emotional pain and spiritual pain, because I was distraught. I was terribly depressed, terribly upset by what happened to me. So I had to face up to it all in one go, and I needed this guy's help. He helped me. That support from that nurse, I'll be ever grateful to that guy. Picked me up, gave me a chance, and then I realised I've got to do it. I stood up. And then from that point on, I realised I've got to do this. And he helped me. He helped me all the time. He'd come and give me a shave, because he can't do anything. And then he said, look, but as soon as you can do it, you do it. And I realised, as soon as I can shave myself, I shave myself. So he said, you do it yourself? Yeah, I'll do it. And he gave it to me, I'll do it. But there are other people in the hospital, they never look after themselves. They're sort of addicted to being looked after. So you've always got to shave them, you've got to bedpan them, wash them. They just won't do anything themselves. That's not the right attitude. As soon as you can look after yourself, you must gain control of your soul, face up to the pain, face up to the illness, and get on with it. It's the fastest way to heal. And it's not about suffering. You see, you can have pain, but you don't need to suffer. And that's what I mean. It's physical pain, but it doesn't have to be emotional pain or spiritual pain. Those ones you can clear. But of course, it's all happening in the soul, and you're always getting a bit of everything. You're always getting a bit of everything. Reach the level where I'm not bothered by it. I'm not bothered to get rid of it. And that's what I got in the tooth pain now. It's nearly finished. I've still got a little bit now. But I got to the point of acceptance. I accept the pain. All right, I got pain now. So I'm just living with the pain. Living with it. All right, I live with it. It just means, again, it's waking up your spirit, waking up your soul. When there's pain, your soul is drawn there. My spirit is drawn there. I've got to wake up now. I can't sleep. The pain, is keeping you awake. Your consciousness must go there, because that is what is doing the healing. That is creating the chi there. That is sending the information there to rebuild it. That is drawing all the nutrients there, drawing the blood there to heal it. So as soon as you realise that, right, well, I'm awake now. I've got to stay awake with this pain until it's over. And that is being a shaman. That's understanding. That's being a shaman. You're being a medicine man for yourself. And a shaman lives up to this. He faces the darkness. He or she. They face the darkness. That's why I like the shaman. It's holistic. A lot of the New Age stuff is one-sided. It's all positive. Yeah, angels, fairies, peace and love. The shaman is, angels, fairies, peace and love. But it's also darkness, power, evil. You've got to face up to this. Pain, pleasure, pain, light, shadow. It's all part and parcel. You've got to understand both things. You've got to face up to the darkness. Because it's not really darkness. It's all still one thing. It's all just the experience of the soul. We've just put a value judgment on it. I like this experience, but I don't like this experience. So it's not so much that you conquer the pain, it's that you achieve the mindset where you don't care that you're in pain. You're not like life should not be pain. No, life is pain. All right, life is pain. I'm still gonna enjoy my life. I'm gonna enjoy that pain. It means you are alive. And that is better than not being alive. Being alive in pain is still better than not being alive. And if you see it as a chance to learn, and think of this, if you can get through that pain, what kind of level of mastery will you achieve? And the satisfaction you will have after you got through that, the confidence you will have in your soul, the integrity, is second to none. You will be qualified. You will qualify yourself, and no other person will give you a certificate for that. So I hope this made sense. Please do leave me any comments or questions below, and I really appreciate you listening to this. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in any of these other videos here.